I am Elohim, Creator Yahweh, Love Elohim. This message is about the Creator of Israel. I've sent 986 uploads to the World Wide Web Internet, correcting my legacy from this thing called the Bible. I told one lie in the World Wide Web Internet. I had mistakenly forgotten. I said that when I was on my earth, me, Yahweh God Elohim, I am Enosh. I said that there was no gods that died on my earth. They only died in paradise and on planet Venus in heaven. There was one that dies on our earth. And that's when I was teaching about the Creator of Israel, me, Yahweh God Elohim, Enosh, I am. At that time, about 11,000 years ago, before the time of the female god YHWH, of which I created her, me, Yahweh Elohim, about 11,000 years ago, I had already created planet Venus in heaven, where the VP stands for planet Venus in Hebrew. Planet Venus in heaven is where the Bible was written, and my name Enosh is printed with my name George Washington in 1776 for me, Creator Yahweh God Elohim of the 1776 Declaration of Independence. Now, 11,000 years ago, when I was teaching about the Creator of Israel, my program of associations of magnitude, me, Yahweh Elohim, God Enosh, Creator of English, I was teaching about translations with interpretations to the Hebrew people of my earth, Yahweh Elohim. There was nothing called Israel or the Israelites. And with translations and interpretations, or translations with interpretations, as I entered it into the Hebrew mind, me, Yahweh God Enosh, Elohim, Creator of translations with interpretations within the Hebrew mind. My program of associations of magnitude with my name I am, and my associations of magnitude is about acronyms, and that you could spell my name Israel from associations of magnitude with translations with interpretations. Yahweh God Enosh, Elohim, Creator of English, I am. I had a program called Fruits and Berry Gatherers, which the Bible kindly omits. Fruits and Berry Gatherers of the Lord. And I was teaching the difference between a title, which the title of the Lord is for love the Lord, with my word hallelujah. Lu is love the Lord. And you have 3-letter L's with my word hallelujah, me, Yahweh Elohim. That you already had 2 L's. I am God Elohim, and I am God El Yahweh, Enosh. What was the 3rd L in my word hallelujah? Lu is love the Lord. Praise be to love the Lord for the Hebrew people. So you had 2 L's next to each other with a letter E kindly put in the inside of it. And since they did not have a letter D or a letter J except me, Yahweh God Enosh Elohim, created the English language, my programs of associations of magnitude is fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord. Love Yahweh God Elohim, I am, Creator of Israel. Now Israel was the only Hebrew ancestor from paradise that did not die in the Hebrew paradise family of gods with me, Enosh, Yahweh God Elohim, the Hebrew justice bearer of all gods, me, Yahweh. And so Israel saw that all the gods died, claiming that they were created by Elohim. And then they died to claim that they had my name, Yahweh. And that's where Adon and Phantah were left, and their names are left in the book of Urantia, or the Urantia book, which I gave in the 1938 grant of discovery. Me, Calvin Trice Murphy, Elohim, Yahweh, Elohim, creator of the legislation, the banking system in 1938. And I left my font inside of my grant of discovery, where I created legislation. Me, Calvin Trice Murphy, Elohim, Yahweh Elohim, the creator of the legislation of grant of discovery, where you can learn how to spell the word devil right in Spanish, D-E-V-O, devil. And then I gave you Discover cards with my name, Calvin Trice Davies, with a Discover MasterCard, Visa and Master logos. So, as my program 11,000 years ago, fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord, to teach them that love the Lord is the God of gods, Yahweh Elohim. And only the gods can pray to love the Lord. So I was teaching the Hebrew people of the earth about just the Lord. Me, Yahweh Elohim, creator of Israel. Israel was the one Hebrew ancestor from paradise that did not die with all the gods in the Hebrew paradise family of gods with me, Enosh, Yahweh Elohim. I was teaching them the difference between juice and smoothies with my program of associations of magnitude, fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord. What's the difference between juice and smoothies? There I had a question. Do hunters or pickers eat pussies? And they did not know what pussies were. They're now called pomegranates. And I told them, if you ever spell pomegranates with a letter L, it will have other associations, namely eternal pain. If you spell the word palm, like at the Palm Motel on 84th and Figueroa, where the pictures of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. were taken in 1978 on the Palms Motel on 84th and Figueroa, and granite is in my soil. So, HD, do hunters or pickers eat pussy? The word would be called hope. Hunters or pickers eat hope. But I was teaching them about pussies, which were called pomegranates. And I teach them that I had seeds on the inside of pomegranates. And then I gave them the hunters and gatherers. My program, me, Yahweh Elohim, creator of Israel, who Israel was the one Hebrew ancestor that did not die in paradise before the earth was created, with all the other gods of the Hebrew paradise family of gods except me. I am Enosh, God Yahweh Elohim, the justice bearer of gods of the Hebrew paradise family of gods. And I am the creator of English, me, God Enosh, Yahweh Elohim. So the Bible is full of my associations, Enosh, with my associations of magnitude from the very first Bible. Now, my program 11,000 years ago, fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord. They would go and gather fruits, and I would teach them that there's different types of fruits and different types of berries, and eventually I taught them nuts. And they would take their fruits and berries and place them inside of a container, and they would mill it together and make a meek meal called juice. And they would drink the juice, and that was one of the programs of fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord. Then I created something from them other than pomegranates, which I created, me, Yahweh Love Elohim, on my earth. As I was teaching associations of magnitude, fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord, which I am Yahweh Elohim, creator of Israel, the one Hebrew ancestor that did not die in paradise before the earth was created. One person. Israel chose not to call upon me, I am God Elohim, like all those other gods that died. Israel chose to love El Yahweh. So it's just called Israel Yahweh. And that's the one Hebrew ancestor that did not die in paradise before the earth was created. Israel, who would love El Yahweh instead of praying to me, I am God Elohim. Since to call my name I am is not you at all with my name Elohim. And that's associations of magnitude that I was teaching with translations, with interpretations of my English language, me. I am Enosh, God Yahweh Elohim. Now, the Hebrew people who did not know Israel at the time, they were learning with fruits and berry gatherers about my word THE in my word gatherers. And since they did not have a letter J and a letter D, I taught them about juice. And that was just a meek meal. You just put it inside of the container and you just mesh it together and you drink it. Then I taught them with my pomegranates that I could create something. I created milk and honey with my name Elohim. So the associations of milk and honey would spell my name Elohim in plain English in the Bible. And so you hear about this land flowing with milk and honey. That's about me. I am God Elohim. And I told them to drink the meek meal of juice, since they couldn't spell juice, and then add the milk and honey from Elohim. And when they did that, they liked it very much. They thought it was sweeter and that it was richer and a different texture. And that's when their God, after the hunters and gatherers were gathered, and they ended up killing one of their Hebrew brethren, I suppose you would call them, for being a hunter and a gatherer. And it wanted to know about, do hunters or pickers eat pussies? And since it wanted to be with some of my females, since I'm the creator of females, me, Yahweh Elohim, on my earth, it wanted to learn about females. And so they crucified one of their Hebrew brethren that chose not to always sodomize the Hebrew men. And they crucified it right in front of their creator and right in front of me, Yahweh Elohim. And their creator was standing amongst the trees or the forest. I didn't see their creator at the time. I was teaching my associations of magnitudes, fruits and berry gatherers of the Lord. Do hunters or pickers eat pussies? What are pussies? Pomegranates. And after they killed their Hebrew brethren, it looked like a ghost, and it kept giving them a message in my language, looking like a ghost, even though its body had faded out. And it was telling them about the future, that if you spell pomegranate with a letter L, it's about eternal pain. Then it bowed down to me and gave them another message and told them a word in Hebrew, which means prophet. So it became like one of their first prophets. It ended up writing the book of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and the book of Numbers, and a few other books in the Bible, 1st and 2nd Chronicles. Their first prophet wrote about 5 books in the New Testament of the Bible. It wrote about 10 Psalms in the book of Psalms and things of that nature. It wrote the book of Judges for them. Their first prophet, I do not speak that Hebrew word that means prophet. Anyway, their creator was standing amongst the trees, and it told them that it could not stand on my earth with me, Yahweh Elohim. So their prophet, after it was dead, commanded their creator to stand on the earth with me, Yahweh Elohim. And that's when it killed their creator, called God, right in front of the Hebrew people as they were learning my lesson of fruits and berry gatherers, associations of the Lord. And it killed their God right in front of me, Yahweh Elohim. After I taught them the difference between juices and smoothies. Smoothies have milk and honey created by me. I am God Elohim. Mm-hmm. And that was the one God that I could not remember that died on my earth. And eternal pain was about May 19th, 2017. But not just about that. Lies about me, God Enosh, Isaac Corey Smith, Elohim, God Yahweh I am. Lies about me in this Bible, all my names in this thing called the Bible. My name is name. I am the Elohim name, Elohim. So I was just correcting my lessons of the Bible. And at this 1978-1977 David Brockman Memorial Hospital, which was spelled AIDS and HIV for your world, lying about me with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to steal money from my Bank of America inheritance of me, Elohim, God of Isaac Corey Smith, Elohim, love Elohim. 1938 banking system, where the word of America was not printed on my money of these United States in 1938. Where I created, with me, Calvin Trice Murphy, $1 zillion in Bank of America and $1 zillion in Wells Fargo in 1938. Me, Calvin Trice Murphy's law, Elohim, Yahweh love Elohim. And my money did not have of America on it in my Bank of America in 1938. So I can tell you how you keep stealing my money. I created another planet. This is Venus, the planet of love, Elohim. Well, I was teaching what happened to the one that found a pearl in the field or the garden and sold everything that it had to buy the field. I created another planet as the first zillionaire and double zillionaire with myself. Calvin Trice Murphy, Elohim, Yahweh Elohim with myself. Isaac Corey Smith, God Enosh, Yahweh Love Elohim. I am. From 1938, the banking system. ISAAK, Isaac, ISAAK, granted discovery. You could either discover how to spell the word devil in Spanish, DEVO, with discovery, or granted discovery, CORY, Isaac Corbett, and of course Smithsonian Institute, 1938. Now these Hebrew people, since I'm the creator of Israel, Yahweh, that was with the fruits and berry gatherers 11,000 years ago when I was teaching associations of magnitude about my name, I am. And the Bible full of lies with my name, I am. My name, I am, is still printed with my name, Elohim, God of Isaac Corbett Smith, Yahweh Love Elohim. My name, Pharaoh, THOTH, is still spelt with my name, Elohim, God of Isaac Corey Smith, Elohim, Love Elohim. My name, Amor, which I was teaching with juice and smoothies, the difference between the milk and honey added with my juice, which you know letter J, with my word hallelujah. Amor,